All right. Hey Fad, hope you're doing well, my man. Let me just finish setting this stuff up. It's been a busy freaking day for me, but it looks like Bitcoin's still consolidating with an opportunity to break out here very soon, so I'm pretty excited about where the market can take us. Only thing here is, let me go over here very fast. Gotta move some stuff over bit by bit. There we go. All right. Sorry about the little bit of a wait, guys. Hope you guys are all doing great. Going to be talking a lot about Bitcoin here. I know I don't normally stream on the weekends, for heaven's sakes, but what do you call? I figured some of the stuff we were talking about was pumping. I got busy during the middle of the day, so I wasn't even at home. But now I have an opportunity to stream, and I wanted to say hello. Hey, Laughing Lows. Hey, Wild. I hope you guys are both doing well. Bootgrap and Solana. Oh, not Solana. Sorry, Shane. I just saw the Solana logo right there. Right there, and yes, I can check that out for you very fast. And hey, Alan Time. Before I forget, let me just give you guys a quick rundown of what's going on with Bitcoin. Again, it's not going to be the most exciting thing, but Bitcoin continues to consolidate, and we're trying to really just hold above the 20 moving average in the 4-hour chart. We failed a while ago, but we managed to have a big pump right back after. Same thing right here. So cautiously watching it, but so far, if you're looking at Bitcoin, I would just be making sure to have that onto your charts. Hopefully we can consolidate for the next 24 hours or so, then have a larger breakout. We could be looking at a somewhat of a smaller move for Bitcoin right now, but in the positive direction. You guys can see the smaller trend line right there. You can see a crossover that could happen when it comes to the 4-hour chart here, when it comes to the MACD and the stochastic. I'm going over to the 1-hour chart. You're seeing a little bit of crossover here, so I'm basically waiting for a big pop here. That pop will give altcoins a little bit of a spur. I don't think it'll be anything too dramatic, but I think there's a way to make some money there. And then before going over to Solana, well, actually, let's just look at Solana first, and I'll go over some of the picks we talked about the other day. Solana 4-hour chart. Okay, so Solana's dipped down a little bit, back down to support. This is definitely going to be a buying level if you guys are hoping that it goes up a little bit higher. Typically with plays like this, they've already gone up a lot, so you're just waiting on your stop loss to hit that you moved up. You have the breaker structure. It looks like it's just consolidating right now. The MACD still seems to be fine. The stochastic still seems to be fine. Of course, both are very high compared to everything else, but that's only because Solana has pumped up so much. Let me go over here to the weekly chart for you. Yeah, it's just consolidating as it hits a level of resistance from way back over here in 2022. So it's been a minute. I would still be holding at this point. Let me go back over here to the hourly chart just so I can see if anything bad is happening. No, it looks like just a nice consolidation zone. If it starts to break down below like $71, and I'm giving it a little bit extra, like right now we're at $71.87 here. But if it comes back down below $71, that's when I'd probably start to get more concerned. If you're looking to start opening up more shorts, you want to wait and see if it breaks down below $70.41. Right now, it looks like a consolidation where it wants to come up a little bit more. We still haven't broken down below the 20 moving average in the 4-hour chart. To me, that'd be a very volatile event. That would probably flush you out of any stop losses you had, and that's okay. This thing has ran up a lot. You deserve to take all that money there, right? Now, the pick I gave for you guys yesterday, was it yesterday? Yeah, I think it was the pick I gave for you guys yesterday was Ape Token. It's not up parabolically, but it's up around 5.5% right now. I did something stupid here. So remember I did that trade with you guys, and then I closed at the end of the stream. I reopened it like an hour later, because I was like, I still feel like it has a room to go up because of that. Remember that 200 daily moving average, and we broke above it. So I was like, oh, we have to have a pump somewhere. Well, I knew I was going to be very busy today, and I wouldn't have time to actually monitor the trade, and for part of the way yesterday. So what I did is I made a price target on it. So what that basically means is, since I'm going to be away from my computer, but I believe the price is going to hit this specific level, what I'll do is I'll say, hey, Fairdesk, I want to have a price target. So if the price of Ape Token hits this level, I want you to sell everything I own, all the Ape Tokens I have, and I'll take the profit for it, right? Well, right now the price of Ape Token is at $1.87. Well, I was looking back on it because when I started the stream up a few minutes ago, right before I opened it up, I was like, oh, maybe my Ape Token trade is still open. Well, in fact, it's not open. What basically happened here is I went to my closed positions, And basically, I don't know if you guys, my head's blocking the way. So it closed, but my closing price was at 184 and it's all the way up at 187. So I could have made a little bit more money. I think when I was doing the target price, I just wanted to make $1,000 and I didn't really think about, well, maybe I'll make $1,200 or $1,300 off of it. But it did end up getting some money. This was $1,000 position with, I think, 30x leverage. Yeah, 30x leverage right here. So it ended up working well. I'm out of it now. I probably will try to get back into it soon enough. But it did end up working out for a nice trade if any of you guys took it here. Some of the other trades we take are, you know, the other ape ones we talked about. I closed this one. Oh, this is the one I closed at the end of the day because I was like, it's up a couple $100. I'll take my money. This one right here is when I accidentally closed it. But I mean, you know, $1.84 profit. It's not really gonna do anything. But if you guys want me to do any trades today, we could probably try to do that. Most altcoins are positive. I wouldn't say they're necessarily just booming, but you're starting to see some of those. Basically, you know, I said I buy when it's boring, and all of a sudden it starts getting more interesting. It happens a couple days later. That's basically what's happening right now because, as you guys know, the last couple days we've seen a lot of consolidating, buying opportunities. Not everything, in my opinion, has been the best buying opportunity, but you know there are a few that have been standing out. stmx, I bought this the other day, but it wasn't for a day trade. I bought this for a longer term investment. I should have done a day trade on it. It had a spike from about 0.0087 all the way up here to 0.013. So it went over a penny for just a fraction of a second or for a few minutes. And that jump was a jump of about 54%. That would have been great if I had a price target on it, but I did not. But stmx does this every now and again. You see the big spike right here. My head's blocking everything now, my bad. But you see the big spike happening there. So I'm going to keep on buying this because I feel like somebody's loading up on this to make it go parabolic one day, but I just don't know. So I'm just going to keep my money there, see where it goes, and hopefully we can keep on breaking out and hitting some new yearly highs because we haven't really been this high in a minute as far as like being able to sustain the highs, I should say. Okay, back over here before we start talking and I start mingling. Bitcoin's still consolidating. I'm hoping that Bitcoin can have a pretty decent surge over the next 20 minutes or so, but just to keep you guys on your toes, we still are in a consolidation mode right now. Nothing too excited is supposed to happen maybe until the next at least another 8 hours or so, but altcoins I think are where things are very exciting. Altcoins, however, I'm still moving at my stop losses. If the altcoins are going up, I'm not saying, oh my gosh, altcoins are moving up, I should let it, you know, I'm going to be more wild. To me, this is a time to stay disciplined and keep moving those stop losses up bit by bit by bit. Just because if Bitcoin does have some type of larger move down while I'm sleeping tonight or tomorrow morning, you know, tomorrow I got to get a haircut, I'm taking my grandparents out for dinner, I'm doing a bunch of stuff. So I'll take a look on a walk, yada yada. I want to make sure that if something bad happens tomorrow, or I'm just saying if it does, I want to make sure that my price, my stop loss is hit. I can come back and I'm like, oh, look at that, I made some good money, you know, and I will still be happy with those stop losses being hit, right? Disappointed, but still very, very happy. And hey, go to the moon. Cardano, it's definitely been doing very, very well. It's still holding up after that big move yesterday as well. So given everything going on, why is oil and gold not on the moon yet? So oil is the global economy continues to slow down. So there's not as much oil really needed. And there's like a forecasting effect. So everybody sees that next year, the economy is going to be much slower. And because of that, oil prices continue to go lower and lower and lower. OPEC is going to try to do more cuts to kind of save that, if you will. But right now, oil is, to the weekly chart. You know, ever since we started getting a weaker economy, weaker economic numbers, oil has been coming down. If it wasn't for the weakening of the economy, we would have actually seen oil break out and go past $100. But nope. OPEC, remember OPEC started doing massive cuts down here and it worked like a charm. They're going to try to do even more cuts over here, but that's going to be even harder because if you're cutting the production of oil, you still are producing less oil, which means less revenue. Hopefully you can make more money by having the price go up because you are producing less oil. But again, it's oil's in a precarious spot. Mostly it's just because of the economics from around the world, the Russia war going on, things like that. And you know, I feel like people think the Ukraine war might be winding down, so to speak. People just don't seem to care about it. We're not seeing it on the news all the time. Um, House Republicans and Democrats, they can't even get together to pass a bill to fund Ukraine, and it looks like the majority of the U.S. population now is against the war in Ukraine. If that ends up being a realistic thing, and we see the war wind down because nobody's going to pay to support the endless war, what you're going to see, of course, is more and more countries say, "Hey, Russia, you got cheap oil. Bring it over here," and that'll open up Russia, more supply in the marketplace, the cheaper oil, it'll keep on going down. But that's just a little sliver. I really think it's the economic situation slowing down. And as far as gold is concerned, really, I think they're just tying it into their economy a little bit right now. I'm not entirely sure why. I think probably just because you are seeing inflation come down. If we go over here and look at trading economics, CPI, that is not the CPI that I want. Let me just type in CPI again. Will I get different answers? Not that one. Maybe the second one? That's China. Consumer Index. Let's see. U.S. inflation rate. There we go. We're at 3.2%. I believe the next one comes out here pretty soon. CPI dates. Oh, not CPU dates, but here we go. So December 12th, that's coming up this week. That is going to be December 12th, 2023. That's going to be this Tuesday. If CPI breaks down below, where was I at? There you go. 3%, 2.9 basically. You're probably going to see gold continue to go down here because people aren't really as worried about the overall economy, yada, yada, yada. But yeah, it's just the resilience of the American economy is having a larger impact on gold, I would say. The rest of the world's having a shitty economy right now is definitely having a larger impact on oil. And plus, Russia's still selling the oil to like India, which is then selling that same oil to Europe. So it's a really weird thing going on right now. If you want more details, I'm going to start saying this more and more. Ask ChatGPT because it's been having some really good answers as far as up-to-date news. Don't ask anything on philosophy because it has too much of like a programmer's bias, but it'll still get the job done as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, no worries, Shane. Let's see. And hey, Shanish, what about BTTC exactly? Let's see. And hey, for target for Bitcoin, right now, if it keeps on consolidating and going up like looks like it wants to, you're probably looking at the next target for me to be around 46,000. There's a good chance it can go up to $48,000 as well. But for me, I usually sell a little bit too early, as you can see from the ape token trade that I did. I cost myself a few $100 at least. But again, it's still $1,000 profit. So who am I to complain? But yeah, my next price target right now would be something closer to 46,000. As I'm looking at this right now, I usually like to have a Fibonacci level here, but the Fibonacci, well, let me just go over here actually. Let's go over here. Let's just get rid of all this stuff for now. Yeah, we don't need this stuff. The rest of this chart is blank. Okay, yeah, perfect. I might be looking at something more like this. So something that's already been continued. So here. There's one about 45,000. Next one is 48,485. But honestly, to me, when I look at these types of big movements, what I'm kind of afraid of, we could tip over at any moment because of how high Bitcoin's gone in such a short amount of time. I mean, look at that. That is just wild. Typically, I'll go for the longer term plays, which means, let's just go from here. I guess we can go here. Not going to be exact here. There you go. You can see that resistance level. The big one, it looks like, is 51,570. For me, again, I want to focus more on that 46 and 48,000. You can go back in time a little bit more if you wanted to. Oh, we don't have the full, thing here. But I mean here. 50,000 breaking before some of those were there. For me, it's 46, 48, 50. I don't think we're going to have too much trouble going up here as long as the momentum stays with us. And right now, momentum is definitely carrying us on, but we're seeing some longer consolidations. As long as we aren't breaking down these high or low situations, I think we're fine. Like the moment we start breaking down below 42,821, I start to worry a lot more. You know, I will be worried. We might not crash and burn, but I'll be much more worried because throughout all of this, we did a really good job of not breaking down below these larger lows. We did it right here. You see what the force it took to keep it going back up. And it was just freaking carnage. Nobody wants to deal with that because while that's going on, our altcoins are usually just getting shredded because altcoin users are just panicking. I mean, rightfully so. Those swings are insane. There we go. And what's this music? I don't like it. There we go. There we go. All right. Short term though, 46,000. Basically what I'm looking for is a breakout, that breakout continuing and having a surge, that next surge kind of topping off at 46,000 before another consolidation moment. We may go very much higher than that. I'm not trying to guess anything crazy high these days. But if I expect something to go very, very well, it's usually going to be an altcoin while Bitcoin's consolidating. And that's why I showed you the $1,000 profit off of this one right here. Because those type of tokens work perfectly fine for me. I can make some money and I can walk away and I can do whatever I want with that money. Today it was what'd I do? Oh, I went to the store or the shellfish company, whatever it is, downtown, and I got myself a couple pounds of oysters. Got myself 8 oysters exactly, and I grilled them up tonight with a little bit of butter, no salt, no pepper, just oyster, a little bit of butter, perfectly good. Well, I tossed them on the grill, perfect. The little stuff. Although I won't say oysters aren't too expensive, like $1 or something for each. And hey, Walter, so how do I transfer some of my USDT out of Fairdesk to one of my other wallets? I can't seem to figure it out. So the process is pretty simple. I can actually kind of show you here. I don't even think I have much money in this wallet, but we could see. So if I go over here to spot. Okay. So basically what you're doing is you do withdraw. All right. And you hit ERC20. You enter in your address. You're going to enter in your withdrawal minimum. Yeah, the minimum you can withdraw is $20. So you're going to hit do that, put the amount you want to withdraw. And then you just hit confirm, and then after confirm, it starts a whole nother process, in which case it's going to send you an email. That email is going to have a code. You're going to enter that code from your email onto Fairdesk, and it's going to confirm it with a little check mark or something. And then afterwards, it's going to ask you for an authenticator code. The authenticator code is, I think, what confuses the majority of people. So there's an app online called Google Authenticator. I don't know exactly. Okay, it has this logo. Okay, it has this logo. That's what it looks like on the app. And then basically what it'll do is it'll have you scan a QR code or something like that from Fairdesk, and then it'll give you the code, and the code changes like every 30 seconds, I think it is. So within those 30 seconds, copy the code, paste it onto Fairdesk, and it'll say green light, and you're good to go. And as soon as the second code is confirmed, it'll automatically send it over there. I don't know if there's like a 24-hour waiting period after adding a new authenticator. I'm not entirely sure. I know there's a 24-hour period if you change your password. That way your money doesn't get stolen, obviously. But that's basically it. You go to your spot account, make sure that your money is in your spot account and not in your futures account or a copy trading account, and make sure it's not in an earn account. Make sure it's just in the normal spot account. That's going to be the money you can withdraw. Hit withdraw. From there, ERC20, the wallet address you want to send it to, the amount you want to send in USDT, and then of course, email code, authenticator code. As soon as the authenticator code hits, it'll send it right over. Let's see. And after you send it, let me go over here. I hope it Let me make sure I'm not sharing some type of like hidden secret code or something that I'm not supposed to show on here or something. But dashboard. Okay, so when you come over here, if you do this little address book, if you've ever sent money out, it'll actually have that same address stored. So you can see a few days ago on the 7th, I withdrew $673. On the 1st, I withdrew $1,000. On the 30th, I withdrew $320, $154, $800, $200, $300, $300, $200, $100, something like that. You know, so it'll show you, and it'll have an address book right here, which is oh, it normally has something an address there. I don't know why it doesn't have it there now, but maybe it knows people are watching. But what do you call? Yeah, that's how you do it. I can make a tutorial on that if you want me to, if it's still like not clicking. Because sometimes exchanges make it a little bit more difficult than they have to, just to make sure you don't try to leave your money out there. I don't think Fairdisk is like that. They're not like difficult, but like if you're not used to it, it just may be a little bit more confusing. But I guess I spend the majority of my day on exchanges, don't I? What's right there? But let me know if you have any more questions about it, Wilder, okay? And hey, Laughing Nose, the bottom of my Dogecoin stream is saying something about keyboard shortcuts. Yeah, that one's been a big pain in my ass over the past few days, I tell you what. Cocktail party. Oh yeah, cocktail party for tomorrow. Let's go over here. I probably should show you guys this. Give me a second. All right, signing into my Canadian servers. Robinhood has been acting up like crazy over the past few days. So basically what you're just seeing is Robinhood acting up. Yeah, this Robinhood is freaking pissing me off. Okay, there we go. Okay. All right, should be all good to go. Thanks for letting me know. Let me make sure the sound is working. Music is still going. It's paused at 49 seconds. I'm not entirely sure, but I'll click skip. And eventually it should skip the song. There we go. I think it was playing music, I think. But yeah, thanks for letting me know. Let's see. Yeah, well, I'll make a tutorial on how to withdraw money, and I'll just use like a real case scenario. It might take like a week, as I want to have enough money to actually withdraw from there. I could maybe do it with this other account though, with a couple $1,000 in it. Oh, it looks 7,000 now, but I'll let you know when I do it. I have some tutorials planned this week. I just put out one for Smart Money Concepts, just like the quick setup guide, and then tomorrow I have one for Opus Clip because they have some new updates, and then I have and that's it. So it should be good there. Let's see. By the way, oysters are amazing. I like them raw. How about you? I traditionally, if I'm having them at my house, I will cook them. If I am at a restaurant, 100% of the time they will be raw. Maybe because I just don't like the process of opening them up and doing all that type of crap to them. But when it comes to the restaurants, they can do it. I don't really care for it too much. But when it comes to cooking at home, toss them on the grill. They pop right open. You just add a little sliver of butter in there, bubbles up, you know, and you're really good to go. Would you say the bull market is back, or would you say it really isn't back until after the halving? This one's a hard one for me. I would say right now the bull market is back, just because we've just gone up so fast, so much. It's hard for me to believe that. I still think eventually we're gonna have one of those catastrophic crashes. And by that I don't mean we're coming back down to $15,000 or anything like that, but we can come back down into at least the 20s here if things get really nasty. Most likely just come back into the 30,000s or so, and that'd be a good load up opportunity for a lot of people there. I've been much more bearish than I would say other YouTubers over the last year or so, but you know, the American economy has been pretty darn resilient. So as long as the economy stays strong, I think Bitcoin at the worst will just go into the 20,000, 30,000s. If America goes into a recession for whatever reason, Bitcoin will definitely try to dip into the 20,000 range before like going parabolic. So no matter what happens, I guess I wouldn't necessarily be selling any of my longer term holds for this upcoming rally. I would just be looking to double down, triple down, quadruple down, like just tossing a lot more as the market comes down. I think what we're seeing right now is basically everybody anticipating institutional money coming in, and that's been a great just boom for the entire market, and something we haven't seen for a very long time, because again, there still hasn't been any regulation bills in Congress. We still aren't really regulated when it comes to cryptocurrency. They can't get their act together over there, so it's just pretty much a waiting game. But yeah, this is all just one opportunity to buy, especially when you're thinking like 2 to 3 years down the line. But for now, it feels more like a bull market. This is not a bull market where I'm thinking we're going to reach all-time highs. Maybe that's a better way to say it. It almost feels like what we had, I think it was in 2018, 2019. Kind of feels more like that. I would say closer to 2019. So if I were to zoom out a little bit, like this, you know, or we might have a little bit of a dip, exclude COVID out of it. Is my head still, yeah, my head's still not blocking them. Take COVID out of it, a little bit of a downward move, and then of course we kind of continue on. It feels more like that. I don't feel like we're coming back, you know, this topped off at 14,000, where the all-time high was like at 20,000. So, you know, we came close, but we didn't really reach it. Came back down, that's okay. Then eventually we kind of brought our way back up. I feel like something similar. I think we're going to come close, not hit it. Excuse me. Come crashing back down. As we crash, I'll be happy to take some opportunities. And then, of course, we'll continue to go higher into 2024. It just kind of depends on how long we want to consolidate. The consolidation is going to be the weird thing, because the halving still isn't for a while. Hopefully, Bitcoin can just keep us entertained, because we're seeing a whole bunch of stuff we've never seen before. Like, we've never had a golden cross between the weekly moving averages. The 50 weekly moving average has never crossed above the 200. Oh, I guess we're not looking at the Coinbase one, but it's never crossed above it because it's never crossed below it. We've come close before. What we normally look for here, remember, is the 20 over the 50. 20 over 50, things start going good. 20 over the 50, things start looking good. 20 over the 50, things start looking good. 20 over the 50, things started looking good. They took a while to look good though, so kind of a diminishing return, it almost feels like. Oh yeah, and we were talking about the golden crosses and what might happen here. But that death cross isn't happening for a while now because this thing has popped up so much. We haven't even talked about this type of chart in a while. And heck, the Nasdaq's at all-time highs, the SPY's about to hit all-time highs, the Dow Jones about to hit all-time highs. The economy doesn't really suggest that we should be there, but remember, because of inflation, everything is more expensive, so companies are raking in more money. So it feels like the companies are making more money, but the actual money they're making is just worth less. But the stocks will go up. But again, the stock against a dollar, you know, that means the dollar is worth less. So that technically, the stock should be worth more dollars. So we're seeing this very weird effect happen. The dollar is going down as far as like the worth because we can't stop printing it. Therefore, against the dollar, Bitcoin should be getting stronger, right? And you can see how it's getting stronger besides just the Bitcoin ETF stuff. Back to the 1 hour chart here. There we go. Hey, Left Nose. Pretty well known Doge Maxi saying Doge is in the Tesla Cybertruck coding. I don't understand why it would be in the coding. Could be anything, I guess. Maybe the Cybertrucks have crypto wallets. Yeah, so that's what I think it is right there. I do think the Cybertrucks are going to have cryptocurrency wallets. And I think the way it is eventually I believe that you're going to see companies accept crypto. And they may accept stable coins or any type of coin in general. You know, even the Federal Reserve wants to make their own digital token now. Because they want to be the ones to control it, right? So there may be some system in the future that allows the Tesla car or the Tesla Cybertruck to pay McDonald's through some type of signal, you know, somehow. I'm no expert in this type of field, but yeah, that's what I think it is. just because the cars are going to have their own wallets. Maybe you could see Tesla having its own app store or something. Maybe it already does have its own app store, and you can pay in cryptocurrency if you really wanted to, and you can have crypto on your car. I feel like it's a hit or miss, because what happens if your car is in an accident? Can you like reclaim that cryptocurrency, or is it on like an online server? If it's online, can it be hacked? And just so many problems arise. But I think it has something to do with just, you know, that they foresee transactions coming up pretty soon. But yeah, that's going to be a good boon for Dogecoin, at least. That's going to be good right there. Been a sub since vaccination stocks. Oh my god, yeah, I'm holding Crow since 4 cents post highs. Hey, what do you call it? It's an exchange token. Most of my exchange tokens have done very, very well since the bear market pretty much ended here, or whatever you want to call it. Since we kind of loaded up on them. The only one I think that has not done particularly well is Huobi token. I always forget how to pronounce it. Huobi token. Obviously FTX token hasn't done great up until the last few weeks. Oh, I don't know. How do you spell Huobi? Is it Huobi? Yeah, Huobi token, whatever that is. Good last year. It's coming back up a little bit, but it's definitely not the best here at all. I wish. So what number is it? It's 108. So it's at the top of the second page. Okay, there we go. Let's find that one. There it is. Yeah, it's down 45% year to date amongst everything else. It's the exchange token that has not been doing me any favors whatsoever. I'm still holding it. I'll see where it goes, but at this point, I'm glad I only invested a few $100. But like things like BGB turned out to be a great investment. It went from like 6 cents when I bought it, all the way up to like 55 cents. I sold a lot at 55 cents. I bought some more back at 50 cents, but it worked out. This one right here, it's just not my friend. Not my friend at all. Okay, we got 135 days until the halving, so we still got some time here to kick it as far as Bitcoin prices. But Crow, I like Crow personally, just because when the bull market comes around, Crow coin, it's if you go on the crypto.com app, you're going to notice that they have a lot of perks for being for being somebody that holds Crow in your account there. So what they want is they'll like give you a cool debit card perks. They'll pay for your Netflix. They'll pay for your Spotify, all that type of stuff. If you're just holding an absurd amount of Crow coin in your accounts, there's like 5 levels, I think, like 5 different cards, I think is what it is. But yeah, I mean, people will just load up on it just for those cards during those periods of time. And I think it's locked in for a while, but once it's unlocked, you're free to sell those coins. And I think everybody loaded up on them, rightfully so, me included, not like massively, but I loaded up on them like, you know, a few $100, like $500. Back when they were crashing and burning, at the height of the FTX crash and stuff like that, because nobody knew if Crow was gonna, you know, crypto.com, was gonna survive. Yeah, I mean, they're doing okay right now, but they definitely have a way to go. But again, the fact that they have all those perks, it really does get people to buy them, and a lot of them, specifically, a lot of people buy them straight from the app because you do get those perks when you buy them on the app. 4 cents pre-high. Oh geez, well, still got way to go, but it'll work out. It'll work out. And what's right here? There we go. Oh, hey David, hope you're doing well, my man. Let me go over here very fast. I am curious to see. Let's go over to ChatGPT very fast. And you said, does the Cybertruck have any Dogecoin coding in it? There you go. It says no, but the Tesla does. I want to. So it says no. So right now, I'd probably say no. I don't want to overstep my boundaries of the AI, but what do you call them? It's standing firm here. If you guys want me to ask anything else, let me know. Let's see. I mean, I've been using ChatGPT for everything. I forgot. I actually looked it up. Where can I buy Fox umbrellas in Seattle? Fox Umbrellas is the brand because sometimes it thinks I'm looking for a Fox umbrella, like an umbrella with a Fox logo on it or something like that. If you guys don't know, Fox umbrellas are freaking nice. You guys should all get one if you guys get the chance. They're kind of like classier umbrellas as far as I would consider, but they're like umbrellas that could also be turned into walking sticks, and I want to have one, just to have one. I'm thinking of getting my grandfather one for his birthday next year. Possibly, yeah, probably. And then David, up big already, went all in on SNCC the past few months. What's SNCC? SNCC. Oh, there's a couple of them. Oh yeah, that thing's been pumping. 0.0001 all the way up to 0.0009. That thing has taken off. Definitely a scale out moment if you're not all out already. I mean, it says it's down like 13% today, 15% today, but that's totally fine when you're seeing this type of large move here. It just entered back into those consolidation zones. That's what we were talking about when it comes to Bonk. Remember the other day I told you, hey, you want to buy Bonk when pretty much it's crashing back down? Well, guess what? It crashed back down. It's consolidating. This is where I'd be buying Bonk, hoping for a larger move on the upside here. High risk move nonetheless, but it's a move I'd probably be taking. I already, like I told you guys at the beginning of the stream, I sold off all my Ape token profit. I feel like I should be doubling down into Ape token right now, but I just don't really care enough at this point. I might open a trade later tonight or tomorrow, but I feel like I'll just be stuck doing some day trading here off the next breakout, because we just had a breakout. It's okay, but it's not really instilling a bunch of confidence in me right now, especially with some of these larger swings been going on in the day trading market. Maybe once it gets a little bit oversold again, I'll try to buy back into it. At this point, though, I'm being a little bit extra cautious about all these altcoins. AVAX is still doing good right now. Matic is still pumping after we talked about that one. But it still hasn't been able to break above that Fibonacci level just yet. There we go. Ask ChatGPT to code Ethereum arbitrage bot. Okay, let's see. I don't know. Is there like a coding version of ChatGPT, or do I just ask ChatGPT it? Code it MEV, yeah, like Uniswap for passive income. It might give me some weird disclaimer. Oh no, it's not. It's gonna give me the overview. No, you do it. Sometimes I just act really stupid with ChatGPT, but I'm like, no, you do it. It's giving me the exact same answer. I said you do it, not me. Stop ignoring me. Which is funny because technically I'm ignoring the AI. So, but as an AI developed by OpenAI, I am not able to create real-world applications or bots, including an Ethereum arbitrage bot. My functionality is limited to providing information, guidance, and code examples based on existing knowledge and data. So I wonder, you must have to pay for a certain API or something like that in order for it to work. Explore. Dolly. Gift ideas. Visionary painter of digital wonder. I don't know. This is a lot of weird stuff. Coloring book hero. Oh, that's kind of cool. I have a lot of friends who are flat out grown-ups who still color because it's like just peaceful and it kind of calms down their mind. Heck, I'm an ADHD guy myself. I don't like to color, but I can see why people like it. Mocktail mixologist. Wait, what? No, just make a freaking real cocktail. Okay, I'm gonna try the cocktail thing eventually. Drop any files that can help analyze and visualize your data. I don't know. game time. Oh, that's pretty cool. I can quickly explain board games. That's pretty chill. And hey, David, long-term wise, I'm still in heavy in Ape token just because it crashed so darn much. I think they're going to be fine when it comes to the market rebounding. For me, you know, I'm not too much of an NFT guy, but I would have to say I would be surprised if NFTs don't make a comeback. I think people aren't going to be as hyped, but I still think that people are going to be pretty hyped. I have not been keeping up with the Ape company in a very long time, so I don't know exactly what they're doing. But maybe they'll be at events like Bitcoin Miami and stuff. No, it's not Bitcoin Miami this year. It's Bitcoin Nashville. Maybe there'll be more events like that, David. If they are, I'd love to see what they're actually doing because I have no idea what they do. I just know their chart is screaming I should be buying and holding it for the very long term. I did a day trade the other day, basically, and I pocketed a quick like $1,000 in like a day and a half or something like that. So it worked out pretty nice. I'm using it to take my grandparents out for dinner tomorrow. It's funny how fast the money flows out as soon as it flows in. But yeah, I'm happy with it. Have I heard from Jared from Subway? Probably it's some type of token, maybe. If you're talking about the pervert, I mean, I've heard the pervert. I have not heard of any tokens related to that. He has the biggest MEV Ethereum arbitrage bot. Isn't he in jail though? I feel like he's in jail, right? Jared from Subway's in jail still, unless he got like released for good behavior or something. But I feel like predators in jail, don't they get shanked and stuff by inmates? Because inmates, regardless of why they're in jail, they still have some type of conscience where it's like, oh shit, I may have robbed some poor person or robbed some store, but heck, I didn't abuse no kid, and so shank. I feel like that's the way it goes. But you know, maybe Jared had security because he's the Subway guy, the former Subway guy. Oh man, yeah. Oh, imagine being synonymous with Subway, and that's the reason why. But yeah, I didn't even know he had the arbitrage bot though. I don't know. I've never been into arbitrage. I've never really been able to study it all too much. The concept itself seems simple enough, right? But to me, it's always like, how much is the profit when you factor in the upkeep and things like that? I guess if you're making a profit and you're happy with it, I think most people will probably be okay with it. Maybe it's just like the learning curve to get into that type of wealth machine, so to speak. NA Monster, good entry on Ape. Oh, that was a couple days ago when I was talking about it. Right now, I mean, see, it's already pumped up. I was talking about it before it pumped up above the 200 daily moving average. It did just break out a little bit ago, so if you wanted to have a stop loss kind of back around $1.82, you could technically buy it right now. You might see something. Yeah, right now seems like an opportunity if Bitcoin can still consolidate here. For me, it's more of, I like to buy when things are pretty like dulled down. I usually don't want to buy after the big move has already happened. I guess anywhere between 185 and 183. Is that 183? No, that's 160. Oh, wow, I'm way off. 78. Yeah, 170. No, let's call it 180 to 183. I think is probably a good opportunity to buy into it. I want it to keep on surging going into next week, because we only have 18 hours left until this candle closes, but you're probably going to see a little bit of a wick for next week before we continue to go back up, is my thought. And that opportunity is going to be right there within those, like, just a few pennies, 5-6 pennies or something like that. I'd buy and then hope for the best as far as they're continuing to move on. So far, Dogecoin is not so far Bitcoin is still going strong at this point, even though it's consolidating. As long as Bitcoin still consolidates, you should be fine. But it's always harder for me to want to buy post breakout, right? Because we took that trade. Blah 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 blah. So the one that made $1,000. Oh, that means they're probably all. Let's see. Okay, I did a couple different ape trades. So the one that we were talking about today, that one was 12.9, which was yesterday. So that was pre-breakout here, probably somewhere in this little consolidation ring. And it finally popped. But that was a 30x leverage play, so 30x leverage was like $1,000, something like that. Yeah, lower 180s is probably going to be your best bet here. I would not be buying it technically at 186. Technically, you could if you wanted to do something more of a swing trade, but a lot of people don't want to see it come down a little bit before it goes up. Some people want to get that little extra cheaper price. That's kind of what I like to do. I would say the lower 180s is going to be what I'm looking for. Oh no, it's a different Jared from Subway. I think it's the name of an Ethereum address. Okay, that makes more sense because I was like, what the heck? I have not heard about Jared from Subway in freaking years. Like last time I saw a picture of Jared from Subway, they didn't have like flat screen TVs at that point. I think they still had like the analog TVs, or flat screen TVs were just, oh, they might have been projector TVs, or I was not wealthy enough to own a nice TV at that at that point in time. I train hopped from a vaccine stock to a Doge to Sheep to Crow. Currently benefiting from some nice interest at the moment. The interest when it comes to Crow is really good, especially when it comes on crypto.com. Usually people that, like if you can, I would say most people should try to use some type of earn program. I'm always a little bit more paranoid than most. So I typically try not to hold too much cryptocurrency on there. So like my Bitcoin isn't being earned, like staked or anything like that. My Ethereum isn't being staked, but you know, maybe I'll have some Dogecoin on an exchange that's being staked or something like that, or some ape token or something like that. But typically not the larger ones because those ones are off. They're not on any exchanges. That reminds me. Oh no, I've told you guys I'm seeing my grandparents tomorrow as I take them out to dinner at some place called Wooden City, which is really good. But I told you guys that in a wallet maker sent me over a wallet to review and test out, and so I'm going to open it up, check it out, record opening it. Oh no, I have to do it Monday then. So I can't open it up myself and then look at it. What I have to do is I have to kind of like slash the little protective screening around it. I have to pull this camera off the stand. I have to go upstairs, and then probably on my dining room table maybe, since all of my shit's all trashed over here now. Point the camera down, focus it into 6K, and then show myself unboxing the thing, all the parts about it, and you know, then talking about it later on, which should be fine. I have my well, it's somewhere here. Oh no, it's upstairs because I made a video the other day. I got my wireless little mics here that can attach to the camera as well, so I can be talking about it as I open it up and stuff like that. But get ready for some more reviews here. I've reviewed a couple wallets so far on this channel. This is going to be a new one, and I have no idea if it's going to be good or not, but you guys know I will not lie. If it's bad, if it's bad, it's bad. If it's good, it's good. It'll probably be good, but not great. That's how I feel like most wallets are. But hopefully it's not bad, because I'd feel so shitty if they gave me a wallet to test out and I have to be like, hey everybody, this thing sucks ass. Yeah, you need to know coding in the Solidarity language. Yeah, I know nothing about coding. I got a lot of friends who are in the computer engineering and stuff like that. That's not me. I make more money than all my coding friends, which is crazy because coding is like, to me, it's like the most, it's like the easiest way to make money as far as a job. You get a coding degree or software engineering degree, whatever it's called, you can get a really good job. I'm sure there's jobs that don't pay too well for those types of workers, but if you wanted to, you can move somewhere, do a job interview, and get a decently paid job, I think. I know they're probably getting a little bit, what's the phrase? A little bit saturated in the market, but I still think there's plenty of jobs out there for coders, especially if they're learning AI. If only they had AI courses at colleges. Oh my God, you could be clearing $200,000, $250,000 a year coming out of college. Oh, probably in a master's degree program or something like that. And hey, Paul, new review, good show. Which indicators are you using? Oh yeah, hey, thanks for watching. I appreciate it, Paul. Right now, I'm just using a few different ones. Most of these are the simple ones I use all the time. You have a few moving averages in there, the 20 moving average, the 50 moving average, and the 200 moving average. You see those change of characters on your screens like these and the breaker structures. That's from a program called Smart Money Concepts by Lux Algo. It's a free program that anybody can use. I get access to the paid ones, of course. I get access to a lot of free paid, so they're free for me because I'm a YouTuber. But I get access to a lot of free different things to try out. And so that's one of them right there. And then on the bottom, on the top right here, you have the MACD. On the bottom of the top, you have the MACD. And on the very bottom over here, you have a stochastic indicator. The MACD is your standard settings, and the stochastic indicator has special settings because I like mine to have a little bit more lag. I'm really against noise in my technicals, but they work out pretty well. There we go. I'm not going to be live on Tuesday, I don't think, in the morning time because for CPI, but I'm hoping we can break down below 3 just because energy has been crashing down so much, especially with oil and things like that. What is it? If anybody wants to wake up at 5:30 a.m., by all means, go for it. That is not so. Well, that's 5:30 a.m. Pacific time, not Eastern time. Eastern time, you're fine. But I don't think I'd be able to do that again. I've been having horrible time sleeping these last few weeks. Like I usually am falling asleep around like 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock. When I specifically am trying to fall asleep around like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, even with the popping pills of melatonin, it's not doing a single thing for me right now. Hopefully I can get it figured out. I feel like I just have to hop away from the computer a little bit earlier, perhaps. Maybe my mind's just too focused on what I'm doing in the first place. Who knows? And hey, Steel Cyclone, what do I think of RVN? I hold a decent sized bag, hoping for 15 cents plus at the height of the bull run. I think that's what you said. Sorry. You know how there's those little things that says hearts, and if I click on a heart right here, like hearts will start to pop up. It's like it always blocks people's messages at the very bottom. RVN. Raven coin. Okay. Shipping for 15 cents. That's a decent price target if you're talking about this when it comes to. Oh, there's Tether. The height of the bull market, you know, not anything anytime soon. It's now just starting to break out. You're going to have a golden cross here over the next couple months. All-time highs are around 29 cents. 15 cents plus. I would say that's pretty realistic. The way that, you know, you can see how fast this thing kind of shoots up though. So really, you're just going to have a few weeks to really make that decision to get in and get out. But this thing really did give up a lot of the gains from the last cycle. I mean, like almost all of the gains from the last cycle. I would definitely be trying to scale out a good chunk, maybe around 10 cents, then 15, then 20. And then every time you move your stop loss up, so every time you sell in bulk like that, you're probably going to want to move your stop loss up quite a bit. So if it hits like, you know, 10 cents and you sell off 20% or 30% or whatever, you know, I'd move my stop loss up from like 2 cents up to 8 cents or something like that. So it's a 4-cent drop. So you still have a lot of room. But usually when you see what this did in the bull run here, you know, a small drop came right here, went from 4 to 2, still, again, you have a 4-cent range, and then boom, it kept on going up. And of course, once you start to see these death crosses and stuff, usually a sign to sell off. Even if you're selling off at 15 and not up here at 29, you're still going to be very happy with a profit. So I think that's a very realistic goal to have. And I would just make sure you're scaling out as needed. And you don't have to scale it a lot at 15 cents or 20 cents or 10 cents, whatever. But it's better to have a plan going into it when you want to sell this amount. And you can go over to our website or something like that. It's like that can show you, hey, when Raven coin hits 10 cents, this is the profit you're going to have. If Raven coin hits 15 cents, this is the profit you're going to have. If it hits 20 cents and so forth, right? Because really, we really have no idea how crazy this bull run is going to be. I think everybody's talking about it being the biggest of all time because this is the first time that institutional money is going to kind of flow in. But you better believe the crash that comes after it is going to be epic, even with institutional money in, especially if we still don't have some type of legitimate regulation in it and involved. So once things get nasty, I'm probably going to remind all of you guys how many exchanges failed during the last bear market, and I'm be like, hey everybody, remember, like, to keep your money off your exchanges for the most part when things get really hectic. That usually happens after a death cross between the 20 and the 50-week moving averages. But we're not going to see one of those hopefully for a while. If we do, I'll be like, uh-oh. It's going to be a flush out before we reach all-time highs again. Check out monthly market structure. We did SPF 65K. That signals a week low, 28,000. A week low. Actually, I heard a week, like the weekly things. That was your first break on the monthly Bitcoin's history. Pull a fib from high to a low. And the golden pockets right around 47, 48,000. Could this be a monthly pullback before a lower low? I'm a long-term holder and trader, but it seems like to keep in mind, I would just say 48,000. That seems to be the way I think. Who was it in here the other day was saying something similar to that? I cannot recall the individual's name, but he was saying 48,000 to 50,000 is that hard level where we're going to get slammed back down to reality. I think that's a reasonable one to go to. I would love to see what happened if we got up to 48,000 or 50,000 or whatever, and then we get the ETF news that it's been approved. Would we like break out, or would shorts come in and slam us very, very hard all of a sudden post news? I honestly can't wait to see what happens there. We're going to all have positions in that range anyway. When you wake up and the candle is more than you are, sell. I mean, that's why I have price targets. That's why before I go to bed, if I knew I'm in a day trade and I'm like, let me make a trade here. I know when I wake up, one of three things are going to have happened. The price has hit my stop loss. So the candle, the chart went down, the price went down. Hit my stop loss. I lost X amount of money, but I knew exactly the money I'd be losing when it hit the stop loss. Or nothing is going to have happened because it's still consolidating and it hasn't hit the stop loss and it hasn't hit the target price. So I'm just currently waiting. It can be down or up, but it's just not, it's still within my range of like, okay, let me wait. And then there's the target price. I wake up and I'm like, oh my God, I hit, I'm $1,000 richer today than I was yesterday, so to speak. But like there are times where like this ape one, I forgot I had it open because I had it open and I was just like, I'll come back to it and I'll look at it the next time I was going to be streaming. Well, I wanted to stream this morning at like 10 o'clock or something like that, but I had the leaf blower people around, so that was way too noisy because now I don't have all the. Normally I try to have a blackout curtain on my window so it kind of muffles some of the sound outside. Plus, it's just pouring down rain. And then last night, I was going to try to stream again, and my Wi-Fi was acting up. I think there's a heavy rainstorm going around in Washington State right now, like flooding everywhere. However, so I just couldn't check my thing. So it was actually not until tonight when I actually saw, and if I see when it actually sold. Hold on, let me just double check this. When was this? 15 minutes, okay. When did we break out here? Consolidation. It sold at 184. The time on fair disc is always confusing to me. So 184. The first time I hit 184. Okay. So it sold off right around here, which is at midnight. Okay, so yeah, actually that is right. It's point, so for fair desk, it was like 12:22 in the morning, it seems like, I think that's how it works out. 12:15, that's what the peak of it was right here. So maybe fair desk is just a little bit lower. Right here. Maybe fair desk is just a little bit lower of the price than actually Binance is. But yeah, so hit right there, and I didn't check on it to see if I'd actually sold it until over here. Then it actually broke out again. So I actually ended up losing a little bit of profit there. Although, you know, come on, it's profit, so I don't really care. But that's why it's important just to have everything kind of planned out. Because my stop loss when I took the position, I bought it at, yeah, I bought it at 178. So it was pretty high up here already. Because remember, we took the first trade down here, wrote it up, and then I sold that for a couple $100. 178. So all I was doing was trading it from over here to over here, and that was $1,000. Surprised how short of a trade that was, though. Oh yeah, because I canceled the other trade on accident. That's what it was. Okay, yeah, that was my my bad. I've been turning off too many trades too often these days. That's why I don't trade while on live stream too much anymore, because I just can't focus on the trade itself, which really sucks because I really should be able to do that. But my anxiety starts to freaking skyrocket. Bonk still seems to be coming up a little bit higher. I want to see if this actually does have a really nice redemption tour to continue going back up like it did over here. But it's definitely going to need some more time to cook and consolidate. Maddox at 90. I sold this one a while ago, though. Not much else is really popping off at this point in time. Let's try over here at coinmarketcap.com and just see if anything's popping over the last 24 hours. Flare. Okay, so Flare must have just moved up into the top 100 spot here after that move from 27% up. Multiverse X, that one's up 25%. Oh yeah, I own a lot of this EGLD. You know what I'm talking about. Multiverse token. FTT token, that's moving up because of people assume FTX is coming back. Honestly, my personal opinion, I would just not go near FTX. If you want to play with the token, sure, that's a different thing. I would just not go near that exchange. The fact that the government is allowing them to come back is kind of wild when you think, like, just absolutely wild. That company should be closed down. But they're going to let it keep on going. So we'll see how that works out. A few different things, though. Immutable, Beam, Kronos, talking about Crow, Sandbox. You know what I was hoping that would move up, though? I was hoping that Spell token would take a big move, and it still really hasn't. Remember we took this position over here a while ago? I think it was actually all the way over here or something. I don't really remember when we took the position. Oh, I guess it was right here. It has moved up. It has moved up. Okay, I can't say that it hasn't. But it hasn't had that pop that I really want to see. And so I'm considering it not a good trade at this moment in time. So if I bought it right here, how much percentage-wise has it gone up? That's probably the question. It's up 4%. At one point, it was up 6%, 7%, 6.8%. Okay, that's kind of more, I guess, what I'm looking for. But I was really hoping if I kind of zoom out here, you'll see what I'm talking about. I want to see it really have this full-on pop back up here towards 0.001. And for me, that pop is like if you see that blue line back up to here. Now, what is it? Yeah. That's like a 63% pop. I was really hoping that would happen faster. I just think I'm not really patient right now, and I really should be. So I'm going to keep this imaginary position here. It's not a real position. It's just an imaginary one. But I have real money behind it. Just not on leverage. Just, you know, spot accounts. But I really hope Spell Token takes off because I have money riding on that one quite a bit in the spot accounts. Normally I like to toss in like a couple $100, maybe up to $500. Like I got like $3,000 in stmx right now, way more than I normally thought I would have. But every time it pops, I sell some off and I buy more when it comes back down for more, just basically more and more accumulation of tokens. And then you got Spell Token, which I popped some money in there as well. Not thousands, but close to $1,000 now. So I'm just hoping it really has a good opportunity. But the good thing is, you know, altcoin season hasn't even started yet. So we got, we have time. I have time. We all have time. And hey, Teds, do I have any technical analysis books you can recommend for someone starting to get into trading? I mean, like, normally it's just like trading for dummies and stuff like that. They really do a decent job. Technical analysis for dummies, setting up your charts for dummies. Those are usually the books that I would recommend. I used to have a lot more of them, I knew, but those are probably going to be the best ones. I was working on a trading course for the longest time, but I kind of just like slowly gave up on it. Like I was working on it even into September. I think after my mom passed away in October, I pretty much just like stopped doing all work outside of YouTube, besides maybe a few videos here and there, and just like, you know, my normal day trading and trading stuff. But I really stopped doing all the side work when it came to YouTube. I'll probably pick back on it sometime after the holidays. Because I'm basically having ChatGPT help me with all the definitions and stuff, so it's more clear and concise. Because like, if I type something as a definition, and if I say, "Hey, ChatGPT, give me a definition of technical analysis," the ChatGPT version is much cleaner and simpler, which I kind of like than mine, my own. And so I'm using ChatGPT for a lot of the technical stuff, and then I'm also having like a slideshow, right? Slideshow part of it, and then I'm also doing how would I say it? You know, I just start recording a video like this with any other tutorial, and I kind of break down what's going on. So I'm probably gonna finish it, but yeah, after my mother passed away in October, I pretty much just kind of gave up on a lot of YouTube stuff. Like I was working on a bunch of projects. I got back into that cigar and crypto one that I had on the back burner for a while. That's something I wanted to do. I chose that one over the course though, because you know, when I eventually release the course, it's not going to be cheap because it's going to be very, very long. Maybe for YouTube members and stuff like that, what I'll probably do is like the first month I release it, members get it for like $200. So any, like, you guys could technically just pay $1.99 for the membership and get the $200 price. But after the first month, members may get it at a discount of $400, even if they just pay the $199. But like realistically, I think everybody else will be paying like $499 for it, because it's going to be like a 50 to 70 hour trading course. As it goes through, like it's going to pretty much like plop down a whole bunch of data for people that want to trade cryptocurrency and stocks. I'm probably just going to have it be cryptocurrency and stocks. I'll kick out forex until another one down the road. Maybe I can pay somebody to help me with the forex one, and I'll make an options one separately, because options are just so many more factors go into that, like theta and delta, you know, time decay and things like that. But I think that'd probably be the best way to go. But again, I still have to work my way all around all that type of stuff, which is going to take time. And like, I have like 6 hours of, no. I think it's only like 3 hours of video so far into the 70 hours of the tutorial. So I still got a long way to go. But once I start churning on it, I think I'll be fine, because what I'm eventually going to do is one tutorial a week on YouTube, one long form video a week talking about my 5 favorite stocks, or AI stocks, or ETFs, dividend plays, whatever, for the year 2024. So I'll be putting those out. So one of those longer form videos, like a finance guru video basically, but with the facts. One video that's focused on a tutorial of some type for trading. And then the third one, no more third ones, it'll just be a bunch of streams after that. But on top of that, with the streams and everything like that, the rest of my time will just be allocated towards grinding away at that tutorial, that course. It's not even a tutorial, it's just going to be like a 70-hour course. Hopefully I can squeeze it down to 50 hours so people don't have to be taking so much time. But I'm going to try to spoon feed everything to people so they have a clear understanding of it. Which is, it's just going to be a lot of work, and it's going to be hard. And I'm going to be doing it on what is it? I'm going to be doing it on PowerPoint, and then recording on Streamlabs OBS, and putting it all together here on a website. So you're going to buy it off of the website that has all the courses. So the website will have course 1, stocks, you know, introduction to stocks, what are stocks. It'll go down, you know, and a whole bunch of different things. It will take hours. It'll take a lot of time. FTX was a good competitor to Binance. I mean, yeah, but then, you know, Sam, and I can, where do you sell your stmx? Right now, where was it at? Oh yeah, I have to use a VPN to do that. So probably don't do that, I guess. I ended up getting a few of it back, I think, when Voyager, I got my Voyager stuff. But right now, was it Femix? It's Femix. Femix was a sponsor a long time ago. Because I got some on Fairdesk, but Fairdesk doesn't have it for spot. They only have it for, what do you call? No. Just let me, hold on a second here. This is gonna kill me. Oh, I'm there you go, spot. Or was it? I got pockets of it in lots of places because I bought so much of it, but hold on a second here. The more I think about it, I think it's actually in... No, it must be BitGet then. Because BitGet used to be the old sponsor along with Femix. Well, I'll be to show it this way because BitGet's not working because I don't have my VPN on. What the heck? There we go. Yeah, BitGet right there. That's what it is. I don't know why I thought there's Femix and there's another one that, oh, PineX is the other one. I don't have a PineX account though, so oh, BingX as well. Yeah, BingX might have been the one I was thinking of. BingX used to be allowed in America. I had a brief partnership with them for like all of a few weeks. And then I realized that they don't pay like other exchanges. So I was like, well, why am I working with you guys for free? And they were like, as soon as they couldn't answer that question, I just stopped working with them. But yeah, BitGet, because I still hold a lot of BGB over there. And since I was an affiliate account, my account didn't get terminated with a lot of other people's. When they like, they gave like a 2-month warning, like, hey, move your money, America's kicking us out, yada yada yada. But yeah, BitGet. Oh, thanks, dude. I appreciate it. Yeah, losing the mom was a big thing. Still can't handle it all too well. But when it comes to the course and stuff, I will, I'm probably going to start working on it over the holidays. I hope to have it done fairly soon. Because like I know once I grind it out, I can really grind it out. It's just that I have to be in a total mood to do so. Because after, like, how do I explain this? Like, my life kept on getting shitty afterwards. So like right now my place is flooded. So you guys can't see it all too much for those of you guys who have been watching the past few days since I've been able to come back on. So normally I have a nice TV behind me that you guys can kind of see on the wall. But like my entertainment system's all crapped out because the floor that I'm sitting on right now, there's no flooring here. It's all the hard shit that's in the bottom of the house. My place flooded. And so they're in the process of fixing it. But I gotta wait for the insurance money to hit the people that fix up this shit. They get the money, then they're gonna fix up my shit, or I gotta pay them cash. I might just end up paying them cash, but the insurance person came. He says just wait. They're going through it, so we'll see. And then from there, it should be good to go. But like, I'm having to rent an office here pretty soon for some of these finance guru videos that I want to do. I'm also pretty excited for the finance guru videos, though. I'm going to be doing like my top 5 ETF picks for 2024, my top 5 AI stocks for 2024. So I'm hyped to see where they go, but they're all going to be things that you should be dollar cost averaging into, so you guys don't feel like, oh, Michael said buy this and all of a sudden it started going down. I'm not going to be doing the Jim Cramer thing where I say sell it all or buy it all. It's going to be more of a methodical strategy that I try to give you guys. But I think it'll work out. I'm trying to make some more of those videos that get more viral. So think of what's that guy I showed you guys before? Joe, whatever his name is. What's his name? Joshua Mayo. So you'll see people like this, the gurus. There's not really much substance to what they say, but that's why I'm like, oh, what if I actually add some substance? I actually choose some really good plays for you guys. Maybe that'll do the trick there. And so we'll see. Because rarely do you ever actually make the money that you're seeing here. But like, as long as it's entertaining, YouTube will push it out. So that's what I'm going to try to do here. But oh boy, it's going to take me a while to figure out the exact mood of it, because I'm gonna have to pay an editor. I used to pay an editor for a couple of other my videos, but they didn't turn out well, so I didn't work with the editor for very much longer after that. So I gotta go through this whole cycle here, and it's gonna be a freaking whoosh. It's gonna be a while. A surfer surfing a monster wave and selling at its highest points. Dope. What do they call? Definitely would be nice. Please look at CQT at Covalent. It's a big data AI play. CQT. One thing here. Whatever music is in my ear is hurting it. This is more lo-fi. Down 8% today. Over the last month, though, it's up 93%. It's definitely been going up. A small market cap of 160 million. It looks like it'd be worth dollar cost averaging going into the altcoin season in the future. But I guess what I'd probably look for right now, really, is just what it's about. There we go. I declined the cookies. Blockchain data for the new economy. A single unified API for fast, scalable, historic blockchain data access. 200 plus chains. And it has a whole bunch of things. I don't know exactly what these are for, but there we go, so you guys can see what I'm talking about. NFT media. Rich transaction since Genesis. They need to fix that. I hate when they have letters like that. I just hate it. I feel bad for whoever put this website up, but I get it. I get it. It's hard to follow templates. It really is, but oh boy. So our mission is to empower the pioneers of tomorrow by building the richest and most robust data infrastructure for the entire blockchain system. Indexing and query, refinement and storage, extraction and export. This sounds familiar. Private sale participants. So they got some money behind them. Check out their Twitter. Only 56,000 followers, but they are tweeting every now and again, which is very good. So let me do this right here. When I type it up, it comes up. Okay, that's good. Does it have an HQ somewhere? Like it's in the United States? Where's it at? Oh, I guess when I clicked on it, it actually took me from the site. Stake your security audits. Huh. I don't know. I mean, it seems like it's worth it. They got most of their shit together. The website could use a little bit of work, but you know, whose website couldn't use work? Here we go. Careers. British Columbia. Wow. Burnaby. This is the only loophole I know to find out where businesses are. Okay. So let's just zoom out from here. Oh, they're really close to me. Yeah, I'm down here in the This area by Tacoma. So I probably actually been to this area before, but not in a long time. What is the heck is this man-made river thing? This is definitely man-made. It looks ugly from the sky, but maybe it looks more, yeah, looks more beautiful, I guess, when you're there. But from the sky, that's just a freaking weird thing. Don't they? I know it's BC. They should have a lot more rivers and stuff. Yeah. I guess nobody wants to drive over to them, so they had to make some small man-made ones. I guess, yeah, I'm spoiled by the Puget Sound here. And, yeah, they don't really have it going into their area, do they? Probably some rich people over here on this coastal sides, though. Alright. It looks like something I'd want to dump some money into. Only thing is, I'd probably have to buy it on Kraken. Nothing else is available for me at this point in time. Oh, I'm coming out with a Kraken tutorial here pretty soon. Oh, crypto.com exchange, it has it on there. That's also another choice. I should probably try to do another. I'm putting $500 a week into Fairdesk to do our campaign there. Maybe I should do a $500 a week into crypto.com, or at least $100 a week in there. Just choose a bunch of random tokens and just see where it goes. Every week we put $100 into one token on crypto.com and just see where it goes. Just hold it for a long time. That'd probably be fun too. Yeah, that's only $400 a month. I could spare that up pretty easily. And hey, Rumeko, thank you very much for the super chat, man. I really, really do appreciate it. If you have any more questions, let me know. What is my perspective on the Solana airdrops? Worth the time or not to farm? Personally, for me, no. I'd always just rather learn how to trade, make more money trading. If you have the opportunity to stake your Solana or something like that, usually that's what I'd just do and let it kind of grow. If you have the time and you have the knowledge, by all means go for it and then test it out for yourself and see if it's worth it. For me though, I've just never seen the value in it. There's so many other costs involved when it comes to, you know, farming stuff. And I've been so mixed about it. Hold on, this song has a, what are you calling it? There you go. Yeah, I'd lean towards no personally, but if anybody has any like experience mining for it or farming for it with the airdrops and stuff, let him know and me, because I'd be interested to see what you guys have to say about the subject. Burnaby is only 30 minutes from the U.S. border. I'm close to Burnaby. Oh, that makes sense. Are you in Washington? You're probably up by Bellingham or something. I know my I got family over there in Bellingham right now. Even though I'm doing fine, not selling cost me 25x sell. Oh boy, oh boy, yeah, you're still doing fine. Right now the market's definitely been just good for people. We haven't seen this much optimism in the crypto market for a long time, and I think that's a good thing. Although, you know, what we always see now is we see that the news organizations are freaking out about cryptocurrencies again. They're starting to have a lot more people on, which is very, very good. But they're starting to say, like, what is this Bitcoin? Bitcoin doesn't do anything. Why is it going up? They're starting to bring out those same old tired arguments. And you saw the bankers the other day in the Senate hearing, if you guys watched the Senate hearing, where you had Elizabeth Warren talking to Jamie Dimon, and Jamie Dimon saying all crypto is good for is illegal stuff, you know, it's helping out the dictators of the world. And, you know, Elizabeth Warren was like, yeah, you go get crypto. Yeah. And I was like, guys, like, I don't think Elizabeth Warren is evil. I don't think Jamie Dimon is evil, but I think they're pretty ignorant when it comes to cryptocurrency. And I think ignorant is not too soft of a word or too hard of a word. I think it's kind of just right. They have their heads in the sand, and they don't want to see that cryptocurrency is not going away. So the best thing that Jamie Dimon could do is find a way to make money off it. That's what he could do. Elizabeth Warren, she really can't do anything except for try to slow down the process. And that's what she, you know, her best friend, Gary Gensler, that's slowing down the process. That's what it looks like. So they both can, you know, they both can have an effect almost, but, you know, not a political effect on, like, you know, Warren. She has much more of an effect, but it's not gonna stop the wave from hitting and coming, right? It just kind of slows it down. And for all this time, she slowed down crypto, and, you know, the people like her that have slowed it down, Have you noticed how cryptocurrency is still chugging along for the most part, and the rest of the world isn't really slowing down as well? If you guys ever focus on other events when it comes to the cryptocurrency industry, you guys may notice that there's a lot of stuff happening in Singapore and Dubai. Those seem to be the big hubs. I really hope that we can get our act together in a way that, hey, if we need to regulate it, I'm all for regulation. I really am. But we got to do it in a way where we are still the #1 place to do it. Do the business of cryptocurrency and blockchain technology, yada, yada, yada. There's always investments going on. I don't know if you guys know Madrona, things like that. Venture capital funds, basically. I'm hoping they get the opportunity to invest and really help the blockchain market thrive, because a lot of those companies will own tokens that'll go up a lot as well. And as a part of their deals, Madrona will get actually some of those tokens, which is hilarious. Because when the tokens go up there, they're going to be the first ones to say, hey, we've made a big profit. Let's dump these things and go home. Bag holders gaining interest. How you feeling? I mean, yeah. I would say, yeah. A lot of us are bag holders from dollar cost averaging. It feels nice to have them going back up. If you're a bag holder from like all the way all-time highs, you're feeling okay, but you're probably not happy yet. And that's just the way it goes. But hopefully, if you were dollar cost averaging, even though you became a bag holder on different opportunities out there, different tokens, you should feel pretty good about where you are right now. As far as, did I have a cigarette? No. Did I have, damn it. Did you have a cig? Oh, did I have a signal channel? Okay, sorry. I thought you were asking if I had a cigarette, and I'm like, oh, I don't smoke cigarettes. I smoke cigars. I did have a cigar, so I probably am a little bit buzzed up off of tobacco, the tobacco. But yeah, I have 4 signal channels. They each do their own little thing. They're not meant to be used without your own technical analysis, so don't just buy off of them. Really, you're just supposed to say, hey, this one's saying buy, this one's saying sell, this one's saying buy, whatever. And you kind of add that onto your own technical analysis and say, hey, mine says buy, but this stream also says buy. Maybe that's enough of a reason for me to take a position, something like that. But really, it's just kind of an additional thing, like, hey, this one also says green, we're good to go. So if I were to go over to my streams right now and so here's one. This one said buy a few minutes ago. It had about like 15, half an hour, like an hour of surging. Then it's come back down. We'll see if the buy holds on. If I go back over here to like 9 minutes ago, 16 minutes ago. Jesus. Well, the sell, for whatever reason, was still on. You saw the sell is still working in your favor. I don't want to go back too much in time here. Yeah, sell right here. It kept on coming back down. A buy right here that only lasted for a little bit. So, the signals are working. They're not 100% perfect. But yeah, they seem to be doing just okay right now. They don't really work out as well when the market's going sideways, though. That's what I don't like about signal channels. Even though I own like 4, don't I? Right, I have a double bag worth it, but I can go half all-time highs to get back now. Hey, I mean, that's the right way to think about it if you ask me, though. Because a lot of people, they didn't do anything after the crypto crash. They just kind of held their bags and they haven't gotten back in because they are so disgusted by crypto. Imagine you're that poor guy that bought Dogecoin at like 65 cents or something. And you didn't sell it. And you're not sure what to do with it. Like, it went up to 73 cents. Let's see, you bought it at 65 and you were hoping for something really big to happen on Elon Musk's night. And all of a sudden, right now you're down about 85%. At one point you were down about 92%. So, you're better, but still not happy. But if you were able to dollar cost average, your average, instead of being 65 cents, which is like really crazy high average, regardless, your average, could have walked its way back down to 12 cents to 13 cents if you really bought a lot more, because, it's so much cheaper to buy them now. And if your average was like 15 cents, now you're only down about 30%, 33%. That's a little bit easier to swallow because at one point you were down 66%. It's just easier to swallow. you know, this person up here is not going to be happy with Dogecoin until maybe it gets back up here towards 40 cents, and then it's like 40% down. So, you know, everybody has to learn the lesson. And remember, the way I see it, at the end of the day here, guys, we buy and we do dollar cost averaging, and we have our bags, and, you know, everybody has their own type of bags here. When these tokens start reaching all-time highs, or they start getting close, and we really get that crazy FOMO, that real crazy FOMO that we all really know and love, well, in reality, that's when most of us are going to be selling off a large chunk of our positions. And we're going to be holding on to a lot of profit, a lot of profit. But the people that buy those positions from us, you know we made a lot of money, but did they? You know, because maybe they FOMO'd in and that's their first buying opportunity they had. They're hoping that it goes up another 1,000% from where we're selling it. And we've already ranked in 1,000%, 2,000%, 3,000%, stuff like that. Like when it comes to my stmx, me and you know, Can have been talking about this for a while here. I've been holding stmx for just I mean, flat out ages. So I've been loading up on over here. We had some crazy spikes and stuff like that, but I've been loading up on this for a while. So let's just say my average is 0.0045, not at the bottom, all the way down here at 0.003. Just somewhere more realistic when, you know, we were falling off, and you can kind of time it to where Bitcoin was having a rough time, right? So far, it's up 100%. It is not up a lot compared to a lot of other tokens. If it goes back up to all-time highs, it'll be up 2,000%. But I believe with the lower market cap, it can definitely go much, much higher. But yeah, so maybe something like a spell token. If this goes from where we are now to the all-time highs, it's like 5,000%. So again, it really just depends on what you buy. But again, this one came down really, really hard. I'm hoping that now it'll come up a little bit better. And hey, Silicano, 1988, thank you very much for the super chat. Good morning from the EU, Snekfram on Cardano. Let's see, I think you're the second person to mention that one. It's only on MEXC here, but I mean, it's definitely soaring after crashing a few weeks ago. Hitting a little bit of resistance, 1 hour chart. The liquidity doesn't look too good here. The technicals look okay. 2 hour chart. It looks like it's trying to do a crossover here, but be careful if you're buying it on MEXC. There are some shakeouts happening right now where you're starting to see, if you have a long right here anywhere, you just got shooken out right there. That'd be terrifying. If you had a short anywhere over here, you just got shaken out really easily. So you guys are probably going to have the best luck trading this on spot and not doing too much with leverage, unless you guys really want to give yourself a crazy time here. But yeah. That's right here. I'm diamond hands with stmx. What do you call it? You know, that's one of my good performers so far this year. It's not fantastic, but it's worked out. The other one that we were talking about was what? It was, what's the other one that I wanted to talk about a long time ago? BitTorrent. I've been holding this one for a while. I think it's on the second page here. Did I lose it somewhere? Or was it very up high over here? I don't know. I just passed it on accident. No. BTT, thanks. See, I feel like they changed it. Oh, it is still BTT. Remember, they did this thing where I just stopped dollar cost averaging into it. So it's up 27% today. Holy shit. Okay, well, that's interesting. And I own some, but I stopped dollar cost averaging into it. Because of how, see this liquidity? You see that nastiness right there because of how small the numbers are? I just never liked it like that after they changed it. So I may end up making a profit off of this. Do I want to buy into this though? That's the thing. I mean, do I want to like go in and sell the rest of my position? I don't know, but it's this week has definitely been a surge for BitTorrent, that's for sure. And there we go. Yeah, the market cap is 1.24 billion. Oh, it's number 61 now. It's not on the second page at all. But yeah, it seems to be doing just fine right now. I'm surprised. I kind of had given up on this one, to be honest, because the fact that they just introduced so many more tokens, they did a whole bunch of changes, it really irked me. But now it looks like it's doing a little bit better here. It does look like it's doing quite a bit better. Who am I kidding? Like, there you go. Oh, this isn't the right one. There you go. Here's a low market cap coin watch list that I put together. Like, some of these tokens that I have are pretty good. I don't own Centrifuge, even though it went up 323%. I should have bought some. Maybe I will buy some here eventually. stmx, I have some of that. So yeah, year to date 164%. Audius, I'm hoping this one does a lot better. What's the smallest market cap right now? This one, yeah. I own some Trustverse. It went down a lot. High Blocks, I didn't own any of that. Callisto Network, I think I own. No, I didn't own a Callisto. I own some DAX. That one looks like it went down quite a bit. Hopefully this one turns around. This one I thought was interesting. I think if it's the one I remember. Was this one the one I remember? Yeah, crowdfunding. Yeah. I was interested to see if this might work here, but I don't know. You know how I try to go for things that look like they can be legitimate companies, and by that I mean if there's some stringent regulation that that says, hey, no more meme tokens, like what could pass that? I thought that company could pass it, but right now I don't know. the coin has not been doing particularly well. Hopefully it does though in the future. I still hold BTT, but that whole restructure they did to me, exactly. It really was the restructure. It really, like, you know, at least we didn't buy into SafeMoon. I remember one of the original followers that I had, he was swore by SafeMoon every freaking day, and I was like, cool. It's not something that I particularly like, but I would say hold on to it. You know, give it a try. Just what do I say? Yeah, just don't put the mortgage down on it, basically. I don't think he did that, but yeah, it was definitely it definitely was crazy. And hey, Mr. Tanker, good morning to you. Hope you're doing well, my man. And what's right here? There we go. I felt like that guy was pumping up that coin just a tad too much. At least for me. Okay, there we go. Let's take a little bit of a breather here, guys. So, I feel weird being in the corner of this thing, but I think we'll be fine. Bitcoin's still consolidating, nothing crazy here. Slowly watching to make sure we don't break down below these higher lows. That's pretty much the goal here for Bitcoin. Overall, altcoins still seem to be doing the right thing. They still continue to be chugging up higher. Some more than others. You got stuff like stmx, which is down, but usually when you see anything down right now, it's because they had a pretty nice pump the previous, day or so. Nice little pump there. stmx, wherever that was. We already talked about that one, but that one had a nice pump all the way up to like freaking 13 cents. Probably should have sold some there, but I was not paying attention at 8 o'clock at night. This was 8 o'clock last night, yeah. Wasn't I streaming with you guys? No, I streamed in the daytime, not in the afternoon. Yeah, my internet was fucking up on me. But yeah, so probably should have sold, but I guess if my internet was messed up, I probably was avoiding my computer at all cost. Let's see. Looks like everything else is doing okay right now. Just consolidating. Loom consolidating. I'm waiting for a breakout on this one. I have a little bit of Loom right now as a long, so I'm hoping this one does well. This is one of those ones that you can buy on Fairdesk. That's why all I want to see is pop. It's been known to have some nice pop, so I just want to see it get up here towards 13 cents, 13.5 cents. Now again, if it goes up to 13.5, which is my personal price target, that's about a 10% profit with a 10x leverage. That's 100%. I think that's good enough for me. Although you may see people put a lot more money into it, but I'm watching Loom as well. Shiba Inu, hey, she was finally on the move. That's kind of happy to see. Dot's moving up a little bit. Doge on Mars kind of trickling up here. Engine token up a little bit more. EOS. How are the ones? I remember I made that specific watches to look for coins that maybe haven't popped yet. I don't know the affiliations by on the ring, but I think a star is being born. I have no idea what that means. I mean, yeah, most of these tokens, I mean, they've moved in the last 30 days, but they really haven't moved up so much here. In fact, SafePal's down a little bit, Audius is down a little bit, and Vulcan Forge is down a little bit. I haven't taken any positions, but I'm kind of waiting to see if any of these will actually have a consolidation going into a breakout. Maybe Nexo can do that. Nexo's been tearing it up, it looks like the last 90 days. OKB, maybe, hasn't really done much the last 30 days, but it's up year to date, like 117%. That's not bad. I see these guys every now and again at conventions, the OKB people. They have a solid exchange. I think it's just there are better ones after, I feel like. Maybe that's just the real reason. Their name is always so hard for me to say. OKB. Or, no, it's not hard. It's just Binance, FTX, OKB. It's not, doesn't roll off the tongue for me. I think that's just it. What's right here? Next song. Beyond. I think the star is Beyond Born. I still don't know what that means. I'm a pretty dull individual when it comes to those type of talking things. Let's go over here. ChatGPT, YouTube. There we go. Yeah, but so far, guys, I think we're in a good spot. I'm going to call it a night right now. I'm going to try to get to sleep here tonight so I can stream with you guys tomorrow again. I'll keep you guys updated on the course as far as I work on it. I may have a few drawings and stuff for people to get the course for free or something if I know how to do that eventually. But the course isn't going to be ready for at least like 2 to 3 months or something like that, so there's no real rush there. Hope to see you guys a little bit better. Wish me luck on getting my place fixed up because this is like depressing to have like no sofa to watch movies and stuff on. I literally have to be at my computer or watching a Fire Stick upstairs on a very small TV. It feels very, very awkward. So I'll see you guys a little bit later, and thank you guys so much for watching. And what do you call it, Mr. Tanker? Hope you have a good morning out there in Philadelphia. Thanks.